Hi, I'm Joshua Alexander, mental health freedom fighter, and I want to talk about fragrances, chemical fragrances. You may or may not know about this. You might be someone who's sensitive and can tell that it's affecting you and your mental health, or you may not be aware of it. A lot of people can't even smell it. Their sinuses are so used to being saturated with the fragrances and the chemical toxins that they're not even really aware of it and don't even know it's there. But I want to talk about mental health because one of the contributing factors to mental health is chemical toxins and toxic heavy metals that get into our brain and our liver and our body and create these symptoms. For example, anxiety, our vagus nerve gets inflamed. The viruses eat those chemicals and toxic heavy metals, and then the neurotoxins that the viruses excrete land on our vagus nerve and create anxiety. So someone who suffers from anxiety could be going out to a party, a bunch of people wearing cologne and perfume, and then their anxiety starts working up, and they might not even know it's related to the chemical fragrances. So, um, those plug-in fragrances, if you've ever gone to a store and they have like those plug-in air fresheners, I can't go in there. Within 1 second, I can't breathe. I feel like I'm drowning, and I start like getting, you know, inflamed and having difficulty from those smells. I'm very sensitive, but they're super, super toxic. The plug-in air fresheners are an evil, 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 sinister thing, designed to go deep into the organs and stay and last and stick. So if you have plug-in air fresheners in your home, if you take them out and throw them away, and then in 100 years, if someone were to come to that home who hadn't been exposed to chemical fragrances before, they'd still smell it. It would still smell. The oily resin just sticks on everything. It grows mold. It's super molds. It's not good. But what happens is it gets into our body, it gets into our lungs. That oily film sticks in our lungs. It thefts our life-given right to our God-given right to life breath, and it gets into our bloodstream and it kind of covers the immune cells, your white count, right? So those toxic chemicals, your white count is trying to eat that up, and they're drowning in this oily film from the plug-in air fresheners, and they're dying. So you're basically killing off your white count. In the during the plague a few years ago, people were driving around with their masks on their face and then trying to protect their immune system. And then right by their head, they have the air freshener hanging from their window, breaking down from their rearview mirror, breaking down their immune system. So people don't realize it tanks our immune system. Some of the chemical sensitivities can just be flatline, like someone with neurological fatigue or chronic fatigue. They might have to be in bed for a couple of days being exposed to that crap. And we're all human beings, so if it's affecting some of us so severely, our health, then you have to know it's not good for you, even if it isn't affecting you yet. But um, for mental health, it's just really important to try to, where we can, protect ourselves from these exposures. If there are plug-in air fresheners in your house, I would take them out and throw them away. It's still going to smell like that for hundreds of years, but you're not going to be getting new exposure. If you wear cologne and perfume, I would throw them away. These are No one knows what's in those things. Okay. They're proprietary ingredients. It's not being regulated. No one's checking. No one's looking into what the effects of these chemicals are in people. No one's, you know, testing for these chemicals in our brains. Um, so they're just highly toxic waste matter, and I would take them and throw them in the trash. Accept the loss, acceptable losses. It's far better than continuing to expose. There's no healthy use for those, um, except maybe as a pesticide, which isn't really healthy either, because I don't really believe in conventional agriculture. But um, they're basically they're basically worth throwing in the trash. You'd save more in benefits by throwing them out. So, and then the car fresheners, every other car I'm driving around, they have the air fresheners hanging from their rearview mirror. I can't believe it. I don't know how people do it. I would not be able to function literally if I was constantly being exposed to that crap. So um, it's just so important, like in any little ways that we can help our health. So, we can try to make changes to our diet. We can try to um, do different, you know, spiritual tools. We can do all these things to try to improve our mental health. But if we're being exposed to these fragrances, it's working against us. It's working against our health. It's creating the symptoms, contributing to the symptoms, worsening the symptoms. And what happens is our brain becomes a secondary filter for these toxins. So our liver is supposed to be the body's filter. The liver is supposed to filter out the toxins that we're exposed to. So it stores up chemical toxins, toxic heavy metals, all the crap that we're exposed to from the industries. The liver stores it up, right? And then it gets full and it starts to overflow, and then our lymphatic system starts soaking up a lot of the overflow. And what happens is eventually we're so toxic that all these toxins are coming up in our brain, and our brain is becoming a secondary filter for toxins. It's not supposed to happen. People are getting worse and worse neurological symptoms. I just saw someone the other day said they were scheduling an appointment with a neurologist, and it was like months out. So many people are getting neurological symptoms, which it's original medical medium information that all these symptoms are neurological in the first place. Fatigue, original medical medium information that's neurological fatigue. Aches and pains, twitches and spasms, anxiety and depression, all these symptoms, only medical medium said that it was neurological. And now the industry, they're copying it and not citing it back, obviously, but they're starting to connect the dots that some of these symptoms are actual neurological symptoms there because our nerves are being affected by chemical toxins and viruses. So the air fresheners are just the worst, one of the most demonic, evil things on this planet. They're really, really, really harmful. I can't even say it enough. But someone who's sensitive like me, I can tell how harmful it is, because if I walk into a store with a plug-in air freshener, instantly I can't breathe. I start to feel like I can't think. I start to feel like I have to leave. And then for literally hours or even days, I don't feel well. So that's how toxic these are. People whose livers haven't maxed out yet, they might not know yet, but eventually they will get sick and they will know how negative it's affecting them. So yeah, that's just a really important tip. Anyone struggling with any mental health or mental illness symptoms whatsoever, literally mild depression, a little bit of anxiety, whatever anyone's dealing with, they got to go. The air fresheners have to go. Seriously. So it's just good to know. Protect yourself where you can. We got to protect ourselves where we can. So, and it's not your fault. It's, that you didn't know about these fragrances. It's not your fault that they're so harmful and no one's doing anything about it in the industries. So, but now that you're aware of it, that's empowering. So this is not about fear. This is about empowerment, because now you can make choices. You can, where you have control in your home, in your car, you can not expose yourself to that crap, chemical body fragrance lotions and crap fragrances in it. Yeah, you can protect yourself. So happy healing. God bless you.